Welcome to Journey of a Joke. This week, Kenny Sebastian discusses his super viral stand-up bit, Middle Class Restaurant Problems.
I like waiters are very different in different restaurants. Okay, like waiters, I love like the more poorer the restaurant is, the less of shit they give about you. It's a privilege to have him like जो नहीं क्या है bloody. The complete opposite if you go to an expensive restaurant, that annoying waiter like, hi sir, hi. Please take a seat. Are you having a good time? Are you having a good time? Yeah, sure. Okay, bye. In the middle of the meal, suddenly go, hi, I was watching you from there. And I hope you're having a good time. You like the food? You like the food? You better like the food, huh? I don't have a family. I have no one to talk to, but... Will you marry me? No? Okay.
When you write a bit,
Yeah.
do you stand in front of a mirror, free ball, or do you take a note?
I write a premise, then I go to the open mic and I perform it with my instinct.
But when you write a premise, do
Yeah.
you mean you write 2-3 observations on that?
I just write 2-3 lines that I notice rich people are very specific about ordering. That's all I write.
So that's your observation.
Yeah.
But you haven't written a script, you haven't
No.
written jokes or
No.
anything.
First time I go, I don't write that. So I go there and I'm like, I know this is my beat. I'm going to first say, rich people are very specific about ordering, poor people are not. How will you do it? I don't know. So I go, poor people are very scared when they order. They order coffee and the waiter's like, I play a character. I'm like hoping my character will give me lines. So what do you want? Cappuccino? And I know he's a cocky waiter. He knows that he's poor. So you want a cappuccino? You want other words you don't understand? You know? So I say cappuccino, latte, espresso. And I go back to the poor character and I'm like, what would a poor character say? Because he does. I know what espresso means. But a poor character doesn't know. First one. That's what he would say. And then he goes to, oh, this guy is poor. Let me be more cocky. Light, medium, dark. And then I'm like, that's too normal a question. So I just added lethargic, which is my instinct telling me. There's something missing, dude. Just say of lethargic. I know where that word came from. It was again my instinct, like I'm pressed my instinct. I'm like, to just say it. You want to say lethargic, say it. People laughed. I'm like, my instinct like, see? So it was just constant training of, if my brain thinks it's funny, just say it. Worst case, they won't laugh.
You had observations.
Yeah.
You freeballed the observations
Yeah.
into one joke at a time.
Yeah.
And it just kept adding.
Then you had basic rules. You freeball it, then you had basic rules like rule of 3. Then you had like, did I resolve the first joke? Then you make like, I think I need to bring the manager back again. So after I freeball, it's like I have my random elements. Then I start structuring it. But it always starts with freeballing because you never know where it can go. But it always comes back to structure after that. That I felt like stopping at eggs are poached is too less. One more line is great. Earl Grey is finished.
Freeballing after becoming confident about a bit.
Yeah.
But you also freeball right from the get-go.
Yeah. Freeball happens at the beginning and the end. Middle is all structure and writing it down and repetition.
How do you know which joke to end with, which joke to start with, how to chronologically order it? Like, do you go for the strongest laugh to end the bit?
Yeah, any day. As I said, this is a combination of 4 jokes. Manager bit tended to get the biggest laugh because the character was damn funny. And I have no way to top that character. So, in the end I say, ma'am, a lot of people were killed. And people laugh. And there's one more line which nobody knows, unless he came to the live show, which is, but we do have Robert Rodriguez tea. If you want, I can give you that. And sometimes I used to get a laugh. Then I edited the clip, I showed it to Naveen Richard. Naveen is like, dude, ended at the biggest laugh, which was, people have died inside. So I'm like, but I love that Robert Rodriguez line. Because Robert Rodriguez is not an actual tea. He is a film director. But no one sees the brilliance, Abish. I love that joke, but the audience doesn't. So you have to put your ego down. And you end it at, man, a lot of people were killed inside.
Okay, how about what jokes did you remove?
Okay.
Because that's something
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't. What jokes have you removed from this bit?
The waiter always tries at the end of the meal to convince you to order dessert. And it's like, oh, it's a huge bit. It's like, ma'am, thank you, sir, for ordering. So we have dessert. Do you want dessert? I have dessert. I'm like, no, we don't have dessert. Okay, cool. Hi, ma'am, we have some gulab jamuns. You want some gulab jamuns? Nice dessert. It's like, no, we don't want. Okay, cool. And the gulab jamun has become cement. It's been lying outside a restaurant for years. Please take it. That's a bit that used to work sometimes, and I love performing it because it's funny of a visual of gulab jamun no one's ordered. Like, man, please, it's become hard stone. Please order it. So I removed it because it didn't work. That day also it didn't work. It didn't work that day, so I removed it. And last was Robert. So we also have Robert Rodriguez tea, which I think people didn't know who Robert Rodriguez was, so they didn't laugh as much. Which is also I consciously avoid pop culture reference. So I removed that. Those two bits I had to remove, even though I think they're amazing.
So your biggest closing here right now we still have is the strongest joke.
Yeah.
Do you follow the format of start with the second strongest joke?
I always start with the story and I try to get them excited about the story. The whole point is to grab their initial attention, which you can never get by a joke, I feel. It's always about, hey, so recently I took my parents out for dinner, which is something I always wanted to do. So when you say this is something I always wanted to do, people immediately look up, hey, this is also something I always wanted to do. What's this guy? It's something I always wanted to do. Versus like, have you noticed parents are dumb? Like, that's not the... I don't think you should start with the joke. You should start with the connect. That why should I listen to you? So I always start with by making them excited about the story. A story is way more exciting than, haven't you noticed this blah blah blah. So it's about... I feel it's about making a connect.
So in this entire bit, which is your favorite line? Which is the line that had to go through multi-workshops?
Oh, the one line that I always get disappointed, that doesn't get a laugh, which I love saying, that we did something that no middle class family does.
We ordered dessert.
We ordered dessert. I do this expecting a big laugh, but I never get the laugh.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I never get the laugh I want. But I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do it like the way if I got a big laugh. So because I was doing that consciously, I knew that I'm doing this as a, hey, I'm trying to make them forced to laugh at we ordered dessert. So I hype it up even more. We ordered dessert. So it's like, okay, I know I'm trying to force the joke, so I'm gonna exaggerate it even more. So at least I don't have to force myself to do something I don't.
Yeah, correct. It's like a fun way of delivering that.
Yeah.
Can you believe this is me telling you the height of it? Now listen to the joke. Now this is your segue into a joke.
Yeah.
Your dessert bit, you didn't end a dessert. After that, you went to explain
The 2 kg thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
The 2 kg thing.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yeah, that's
so. The dessert became a setup,
Yeah.
which initially was supposed to be the punchline.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of laughter
Yeah.
and then improvising it to 2 kg,
Yeah.
that became your setup. A funny delivery of a setup,
Yeah.
right?
Like, I added another line. So I ended dessert, people didn't laugh. I added one more line saying, why are we paying 150 for one scoop?
Why are we paying 150 rupees for one scoop of ice cream? When outside for 70 you can get 1 kg vanilla. That's a buy one get one free. That's 2 kgs, bro.
When for 70 you get 2 kgs. People laughed. I'm like, can I go one more? And I said, it's buy one get one free, man. So that's when I added, like when I said buy one get one free, people lost their shit. Which is again through open mics. I was like, no, okay. If in under my assumption, dessert was the best line, and dessert is not getting a laugh. 150 is getting a laugh. That means maybe there's more. So then I stopped at buy one get one free. I'm like, okay, I'm milking this joke too much.
Yeah.
So I stopped at that. Yeah. So
Why 2 kg instead of 2 liters?
because kgs signify lot, while liters don't have that weight. Yeah, literally they don't have that weight. Yeah. Like 2 liter ice cream is like, man, but 2 liters like what a big, but 2 kgs. You know, I don't know why. It's just my instinct is telling me say 2 kgs. You know, it's funnier. Like, bro, 2 kgs are lifted, bro. If I say 2 liters, like what is even 2 liters? I don't know. Yeah.
So basically, sometimes changing a few words can completely...
Huge. Yeah.
Changing a few words, is it?
Yeah, huge difference. I think I'll give you another example. Like the reason I said the word lethargic and not lazy. Light, medium, dark. Should we say like darkest, or logically you should say that. But lethargic is such a weird word out of nowhere. Again, surprising the audience. It's like in this universe of conversation, lethargic fits nowhere. And I know this came, and just lets me use a weird word. Lethargic always sounded like a thick word to me. You know? You're being very lethargic. It's like this, you're being like so thick that you're not moving. So I thought like that's a form of coffee. My brain is damn weird, but that's why I use that word. So this was an amalgamation of all the jokes that didn't work. And I felt this was the weakest bit. Even a video. Before I released the video, I sent to my friends and I said, this is one shit video. And they're like, no, it's okay, man. And I released it and people really liked it. And I think people liked it because I was so insecure about this bit, right? That I did everything in my power to polish every joke. So I think the learning from that was that don't be so scrutinize a joke a lot. Doesn't mean that it's not from the aspect of how people are going to laugh. It's just that is this the best version of the joke I can do. So I think doing it in multiple open mics helped me with the order. That's what really made a weak joke really strong. A manager, I'm telling you right now, if I did the manager joke in the first 2 minutes of the set, it wouldn't have worked. It only worked because I did, hi ma'am, can I help you ma'am? Hi ma'am, I was watching you from there. Because then again when I say, hi ma'am, the magical creature, that's why it works. Because I ordered it correctly, I built up the manager well. That you can only get from open mics, from trial and error. There's no way you can get that from writing. You write it down, you're like, oh, what an amazing joke. But if you do it in open mics and you show it to fellow comics, they show you a perspective that you don't see. But again, I think with stand-up, I'm a little selfish. That, okay, fine, I know I should be adding this bit. But I think that the story I want to say is something different. So, yeah. That is it.
Thank you so much for watching Journey of a Joke. My name is Abish Matthew. This time around we had Kenny Sebastian and it was incredible. It's been such a huge learning experience for me. I'm presuming it's the same for you. We'll be getting more comedians now and we'll be talking a lot more in depth about how they come up with their comedy bit. All I want you to do is subscribe to the channel. I won't tell you to like, share and subscribe because to be honest, liking a video, disliking a video doesn't. Sharing a video is nice. But sharing a video on other platforms is great. Be like, oh, guess what? Cutie Kenny Sebastian just said. It's great. Right? Share a video if you want. But subscribe to the channel for sure. Because if I have more subscribers than I have now, then people will think I'm a successful comedian. And then I'll get more money to hire this camera that I'm shooting with and the guy behind me.
Yeah, we get it.
Hey, I pay him a salary, okay?
We get it.
I need to subscribe to the channel.
Thank you.
So we can do more Journey of a Joke. Subscribe.